If you are looking for exercises to build bone density at home, I'm going to show you 3 of my favorites. What happens a lot when we're diagnosed with low bone density or osteopenia or osteoporosis, or our doctor says to us, you need to start strength training, is that we get overwhelmed. We don't know what exercises to start with and how to do the exercises safely and effectively. So I'm going to show you 3 of my favorites. And what I love about these 3 exercises is that they all have variations. So if something is too hard for you, there's an easier variation. And if something is too easy for you, there's a harder variation. Because remember, that's how exercise works, by making each exercise work for you. Let's get started. The first exercise we're going to do for building bone density is squats. And I'm going to show you 3 different variations of squats that could work for you. And the most important thing is to find the one that works best for your body today. Not the body you want to have 2 years from now, or not the body you had 2 years ago, but the one that works best for your body today. So the easiest variation, or the simplest variation, is sit to stands. So you start sitting in a chair, your hands are on your thighs, and you gently push your hands into your thighs and come up evenly, and then you come back down. Now, if you're able to do this, let's say 12 to 15 in good form, then you can do it without the hands, and it looks like this. Hands are at your chest, we lift and lower. And I love this one because it's working on balance, it's working on strength, it's working on bone density. What we're doing is we're loading our body with our own body weight and doing an exercise that we need to be able to do to stay mobile and strong. Now, if that works well for you, we're going to do it without the chair. So we'll step away from the chair, and we want to see if we can get the same movement without the chair. The hands are at your chest, and we go down and up. And we are trying to get the same range of motion that we got with the chair, but if it's a little bit higher, or you need to adjust a little bit, that's absolutely fine. Now, if you feel this in your knees, you can try and go a little bit wider, have the feet slightly turned out, because remember, the most important thing is to find the variation of squat that works for your body today. Now, when you're able to do that, 12 to 15 times, then we add a load. And a load is as simple as picking up a light weight and holding it close to your chest. And then we're working on the same movement with a load. And the more load we add to an exercise, the harder the exercise is going to be. We want to make sure we're proficient in an exercise before we increase the load. So for example, let's say you can do 12 to 15 repetitions with a weight. Then you can pick up and use a heavier weight. Remember, the most important thing is to challenge your body in good form. The next exercise we're going to do is a bent over row. And I have 3 variations to show you. And what we're going for is that one of these variations work for you. The first variation is a 1-arm row. So we'll use our chair. You can also use an exercise bench. We'll pick up a light weight in our hand and we'll step forward. We'll hinge at the hips and we'll take one hand on the chair. And then from there, we're going to pull the weight up. Think about the elbow going close to the hip and then bring it down. And what you're trying to do is pull your shoulder blades together. And this is absolutely positively strengthening the back and the biceps, but also, of course, building bone density because we're loading the bones and the muscles with a load. The next variation we do is we put down that light weight and we try the exercise with a heavier weight, keeping in mind that we need to keep our form correct. And that means we're hinging from the hips, one hand is on the bench or chair, and we're able to do about 12 to 15 repetitions with that weight. Now, the next variation is a little bit harder, but it's really, really great for not only building back and bicep strength, but challenging your core and mobility. And the way that we do that is we don't use the chair and we have one weight in each hand. And then we hinge over from the hips. We keep the back long, we keep the knees slightly bent, and we do the same movement that we just did with the chair, but we do both sides at once. And what the advantage of doing it this way is that there's balance going on. There's core strength going on because we're hinged over from the hips. And then we have the opportunity to pull those shoulder blades together when our elbows go above the level. The most important thing is to challenge your body. And when you challenge your body safely and correctly, your body responds by getting fitter and stronger. Now, the last exercise we're going to do that I super love for bone density is push-ups at the wall. And before you get nervous and think, oh, I can't do push-ups, remember, we're doing them at the wall, and the goal is to challenge the body. We're not trying to do a zillion push-ups. We're not trying to do the amount of push-ups you did 20 years ago or the amount of push-ups that your 20-year-old neighbor does. We're trying to challenge your muscles and bones. So to do that, you come close to a wall and you take your hands at the wall a little bit wider than shoulders, and you simply push into the wall. And that helps build shoulder stability. That gets you used to the movement of doing a push-up at the wall. The next variation is you come halfway. So you're just kind of checking your form and seeing if you can push yourself halfway to the wall. And here's a little tip with this one. As you push yourself away from the wall, try and push that wall down. The last variation of push-ups at the wall would be a fuller range of motion, which means that instead of going halfway to the wall, you go all the way to the wall. And if you're looking at my heels, you'll see I'm on the balls of my feet. That's a great balance challenge as well. And that allows me to get closer to the wall. And what we're going for with those push-ups is to be able to do about 12 to 15 before we start making things harder. And remember, there's lots of ways to make things more challenging, but I bet you can find one of those 3 push-up variations that works best for you. Those are the exercises that I just love and can get you started building bone density and strength at home. And what we're looking for is to find one variation in each exercise that works for you. And if you'd like a full, free 5-day program that teaches you some of my other favorite exercises for building bone density and strength at home, just check out the link below. And remember, exercise works when you know how to work it.